Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jewel Tolentino here. Alright, so in this video, we're going to be doing Merch by Amazon update number 28. Alright, so side note, this painting behind me was actually painted by Reet's dad. So shout out to you, Dr. Aslan. This is an awesome abstract painting. Alright guys, so let's get straight into the updates and then I'm going to share a strategy with you guys after. So first thing in the news of us is a couple of days ago, we got tiered up to 1,000 designs. Now, you know that we have two accounts. Our first account got tiered up. Our second account is still at 500. So in total, we have 1,500 designs. And you know, I always seem to find out when I'm doing the uploads. I don't even pay attention. So a couple of days ago, I was just doing my uploads, the 10 uploads per day with the 500 tier. And then I got to the 10th one and then I realized it said 10, you have 10 left. And I was like, what the hell? What's going on? And then I refreshed the page and then all of a sudden I see the number. You have 1,000 designs. And obviously I freaked out as usual, messaged the group saying like, OMG, guess what happened? So Maria and Dorit, we are excited because now we have an extra 500 more designs for Q4. Before we had 1,000, now we have 1,500. And who knows, maybe our second account will get upgraded to 1,000 as well, and then we'll have 2,000. But for now, we are excited and we always celebrate the wins. So whenever we have an accomplishment or we move up a level, we always take time to celebrate it. And that's really important to do when you're growing on Merch by Amazon. So we're currently at the 1,000 tier with 20 uploads per day. Honestly, I don't think that we're going to get up to the 20 uploads per day because it's 20 uploads plus the 10 on the other account. So it's 30 uploads per day. I honestly don't think that we're going to get to completing all of those designs per day, but we will be uploading, you know, a little bit each day. All right, so sales in June started off really strong, but near the end of the last like 2 weeks or so of June, they kind of dropped. And there was even one day where we didn't even have sales at all. And we were like, whoa, what's happening? And Maria went into the Facebook groups and, you know, someone had mentioned that Amazon had run out of shirts for whatever reason. They ran out again like they did last year. And so as a result of that, the last couple of weeks, last 2 weeks, mainly the last week, have been low in shirt sales. It is sort of picking up again, but remember the last video is saying like we were at 10 to 15. That has since dropped. I know that Amazon's going to be going through a rough patch. I also know that they're going to be fixing that and obviously getting more shirts in. So I'm curious to see how it goes in the next couple of weeks and if they're able to bounce back. So the strategy that I want to talk to you guys about is reusing old designs, and now this is different from re-uploading old designs. In the previous video, I had been talking about how when your designs get taken down by Amazon because they don't have sales, you need to re-upload them using new keywords that you haven't already, and don't waste those designs because you can actually target them to new keywords and titles. Well, this strategy I'm talking about is reusing old designs, even if they've already sold. So I'll give you an example here of what we did for July 4th. So we were coming up with ideas for July 4th, and I can't remember which one of us said it, but one of us said, hey, why don't we just add fireworks or an American flag or add something to a pre-existing design to make it 4th of July? And then sort of like a light bulb went off in our heads and we're like, hey, we have a bunch of designs where we can just go through and reuse them. So when we figured this out, we actually went through the catalog of our entire inventory of shirts, whether they were up, whether they were removed, or whatever. We just went through all of them and said, hey, can we make this 4th of July themed? Or how can we make this 4th of July themed? So we went through the entire catalog, listed them out, and said, yep, we can do this, 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 and this. And you know, it saves time and resource because you already have these designs. And if you know how to do them. Like, we know how to use Photoshop. We know how to use basic Photoshop, where we could add like an American flag, fireworks, or whatever makes it 4th of July. We knew how to do that with basic Photoshop. Now, if you don't know basic Photoshop, you can actually import your designs into a free editing software like GIMP or something and import a picture. Or you can work out a deal with your designer. Let's say you don't know how to do this kind of stuff and you pay a designer that say, hey, you know what? This design is already created. Can you add like fireworks or a flag or something to make this 4th of July and like decrease the price because it had already been created. So after we did that, we went through all of our designs and made them 4th of July themed. And then, you know, Maria went through Merch Informer and got the keywords for that. So if the design, let's say, was a cat or something, right? A cat with sunglasses. And okay, we were going to make this a 4th of July themed. So now it's wearing one of those Abraham Lincoln hats with the American print on it, with the American flag print. So now it's like a 4th of July cat wearing sunglasses. We would be targeting the keywords towards 4th of July and the cat, and not just cat anymore. So be aware that when you are changing the theme, that you're going to need to change the titles and the keywords as well. So I'm going to show you guys an example here. It's going to pop up on the screen. This is a t-shirt that I made for my sister, and it's of a cow and there's a poo emoji. And you know what? My sister actually drew this design when she was in elementary school. I think when we were like grade 2, 3, or 4. And back then there was no such thing as poo emoji, but she was actually drawing that back then. So this is the original design. And let's say we want to make this 4th of July themed. So this is what we would do for that. Now, you don't have to stop there and just go 4th of July themed. You can go Christmas themed or Halloween themed or whatever theme you want to. You can do this with your design. So after 4th of July, you know, we're going to go back to those designs that we changed, and we're going to see, okay, what's the next holiday coming up? Probably maybe like Halloween or something. And we're going to be like, how can we make our pre-existing designs be Halloween themed? Now, the whole point of this strategy is to save you some time from coming up with ideas, to save you resources from potentially paying more for a designer, and to save you time yourself if you're creating them yourself. It will be much easier to quickly add like a Halloween pumpkin or something, or a ghost, than to go and create a brand new one. And we did this ourselves, and we noticed that it saved us time, money, and resources. And you know, the cool thing is, we tested this out, we changed those designs, and some of them are selling. So those 4th of July ones that we just reversed and changed up and made into 4th of July themed, they are selling. And so this strategy does work. So that is the redesign strategy that I wanted to share with you guys. Again, I'm going to have the example of my sister's design up on the screen and how we changed it. It's not very complicated at all. We're just changing the theme and leaving the main image the same. All right, guys. Well, that is it for this video. Let me know how you guys are doing with Merch by Amazon down in the comments section below. I love hearing where you guys are at, your accomplishments. Let's celebrate them together. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Back from the dead.